I'm going to show you one of the easiest breads I know how to make. It's called Irish Guinness Brown Bread. And unlike most breads that you have to knead and you have to let it rise, this is more like making cake. Just mix it in a bowl, put it in a pan, and bake it. So I'm starting with 2 1/4 cups of whole wheat flour. Gives it great flavor. 1 cup of oatmeal. Has to be Irish oatmeal. Otherwise, not really Irish brown bread. The oatmeal gives this bread great texture. And 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. This is a nice combination of ingredients. So I need dark brown sugar. Let me show you how I measure it. Just make sure you fill the 1/2 cup, a little overfull, and then you lightly pack it down. Even though this has sugar in it, it's still a savory bread. It's got a little touch of sweetness. Really is good with the Guinness. Okay, next is 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda. So instead of yeast, we're using leavening of baking soda and baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Okay, those are the dry ingredients. Just mix them all together. Make sure they're really well mixed. Okay, next are the wet ingredients. And the first thing is a bottle of Guinness. Guinness is actually made in Ireland, and it's made from barley, hops, yeast, and water. And you want it to be room temperature, otherwise it won't mix in. And 1 cup of buttermilk gives it a nice rich flavor. I have 5 tablespoons of butter that I've melted. Just pour that in. It smells great. You can really smell the stout. And 1 teaspoon of good vanilla. It has to be good vanilla. And just whisk that all together. Jeffrey and I took a trip to Ireland, and I fell in love with this bread. We ate it everywhere. We went to Dublin, we went to Ballymaloe, which is a wonderful cooking school, and an inn. It's such a good time. Everybody was so lovely. Okay, so that's next. Now I'm just gonna make a well in the middle of the dry ingredients and pour the wet ingredients in, just like that. Make sure you scrape all of the ingredients in. You don't wanna leave them in the bowl. That's a good tip for everything. And I don't know why, but somehow this is always done with your hands. It's like the old-fashioned Irish way to do it. So you just circular motion. You just really can feel how it comes together. I wish you could smell this. It's just incredible. It has like that molassesy kind of rich caramelized smell. Okay, now it's time to put it into the pan. So I've got a loaf pan that I actually brushed with melted butter. I'm just gonna pour this in. I mean, when you talk about easy bread, that's pretty easy, right? And it's so good. Okay, just smooth the top. And I always like something to look like what it is. So I think I'm gonna just do a little oats on the top, just sprinkle the top. It'll look great when they get browned in the oven. Okay, I'm gonna put it into a 450-degree preheated oven and then immediately turn it down to 400 degrees and just wait for the house to smell fantastic. It takes about 45 minutes to bake. I'll test it with a toothpick, and if the toothpick comes out clean, it's done. Then I'll turn the bread out onto a baking rack and let it cool completely. Doesn't this bread look amazing? It's just so rich and flavorful. It really smells incredible. It's great for breakfast with butter and jam. It's also fantastic on a cheese board. I'll show you how. Lay a base of fig leaves on a big round platter. Big bunch of grapes go right into the center, then cheese, a hard English cheddar, a soft wedge of tremblay. It's like brie, and you could easily use that instead, and some Danish blue. A ramekin filled with fig jam, dried apricots, some crisp crackers that have interesting shapes and textures, some slices of Irish Guinness Brown Bread, and a few more apricots to fill the gap. That was pretty easy, right? And it was dramatic. All you have to do is bake the bread, which is easy too, and assemble it. Every country has its own open-faced sandwiches, like bruschetta, crostini, fatunta. I love saying that. Butterbrot, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Smorgasbord, I know where that's from. But the ones I really love are the French ones called Tartines. And I'm starting with French bread. And since this is about bread, I'm using the best sourdough bread in the world, which is from Paulin Bakery in France, in Paris. They make shortbread, they make apple tarts, they make all kinds of breads. But these enormous loaves, they bake in the wood-burning oven downstairs. And happily, they ship it all over the world. If you can't get this bread, of course you can use any kind of a rustic bread. But you want it to be a good hearty bread, because it's really about the bread. So I've got 6 slices of bread. I'm gonna turn them into tartines with camembert and prosciutto. Now just have them on a tray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All I'm gonna do is just layer them on top. So I've got really good camembert, make sure it's ripe. I'm gonna do slices right across. I'm gonna cover each piece of bread with slices of camembert. You can really cut them to fit. They don't have to be perfect because I'm gonna broil all this, so the cheese is gonna melt. This is like my desert island question. If I was stuck on a desert island, what would I want to be stuck with? And it would be bread and cheese. Camembert is great. Just make sure it's really ripe, which means that it's creamy inside. If there's a line of hard cheese in the middle, it's not quite ripe. If you can't get camembert, you can use brie. Use any kind of soft ripening cheese. Tartines are great because you can really do anything. Tomato, mozzarella, and basil. You can even do smoked salmon tartines that aren't hot. If you're making a hot tartine, you can toast the bread while it's cooking. But if you're making a cold tartine, like say smoked salmon, you want to toast the bread first. Okay, next layer is prosciutto. So I'm going to take prosciutto and just put 1 layer on top. Use good prosciutto. If you're making something with so few ingredients, you just want to make sure that they're really good. I've been going to Poilon Bakery, I think, since Jeffrey and I went on a camping trip. So I was like 22 years old. And it was on the list of things that I absolutely had to see when I went to Paris. And here I am, going back over and over and over again. It's just the best. Actually, my favorite breakfast is toasted Poilon bread, just with butter and honey. Simple, and it's just unbelievably delicious. Okay, now, a little bit of dried thyme. Just give it a little extra flavor. Just a little bit. You just want a hint of it. You don't want to overpower the cheese and the prosciutto. Smells good. Okay, a little salt and pepper. Not too much, because the prosciutto's salty. A little pepper. So these are going to go into the broiler 5 to 6 inches away from the heat source for just 2 minutes. See you back here in 2. Oh, these smell amazing. The warm camembert and the prosciutto and just that little hint of thyme. Fantastic. Put them on a board. I think it's a great way to serve them. Ooh, nice and hot. Nice green salad for lunch. Melty cheese. And if I was going to serve it for hors d'oeuvres, what I would do is I'd cut them like this. Just cut it straight across like that so people can pick them up. And then just transfer it. This is the way they do it at Poilon, just like that. Okay, I think it needs a little green, maybe a little chopped chives. Just a light chop, just like that. And you'll see what a difference it makes. A little oniony flavor right on the tartines. Doesn't this look amazing? Isn't this where I say this is the best thing since sliced bread?